Why use Fiddler? One main reason for using Fiddler is to be able to troubleshoot problems. So I've had many occasions where I've thought that I had coded a page correctly or I had deployed all the files as was necessary and things just weren't working like I expected. So one of the first tools I always grab is Fiddler, start it up, and we'll show later some particulars about how to do this, but just make the request for the website as I would expect and look through Fiddler to see why things might not be behaving correctly. Another one is performance evaluation. So it's very common if I'm looking at a new site, somebody says that they're having difficulties or their site's not performing very well. Fiddler's also the first tool I'll look to give me a quick view of how the particular site runs. How many images do they have? How many JavaScript files, CSS files? How big are the files? We'll talk about that in detail as well. Being able to fiddle with requests or responses, that's actually how the tool got its name, but the ability to make changes to either the request before it goes to the server or the response before it's interpreted by the browser to be able to make slight modifications and see what would happen. That's often done for security testing, so if we want to see how the server would react, there's times where we can't make a browser behave a certain way, but we can certainly open up Fiddler and modify the request that goes to the server and see how the server would react. It's also very helpful to visualize page requests, so a lot of times when you pull up a site, it's useful to use the timeline feature and just get a quick indicator of which parts of the site are taking a long time to download or long DNS times to look up. It gives a good overall feeling for how the page is performing and which parts of the page are taking longer than others. And lastly, just periodic site reviews. So I make it a habit of every couple weeks or month just opening Fiddler, going to my primary website and see if there's anything in the request trace that I don't expect. Are there any requests to strange domains? Are there any files that are a lot larger than they were before? Is compression suddenly not turned on? It's just a quick review to see, is the site behaving as I would expect? Fiddler gives me a good view into how the site is running and performing.